us this Sunday afternoon live on UPCTV for the Father's Day special. Join us this Sunday afternoon live on UPCTV for the Father's Day special. Join us this Sunday afternoon live on UPCTV for the Father's Day special.
We are in the building, man. We're in the building. Want to say welcome, of course, to those of you who are locked in. This special edition, man. What can I tell you? We're back on the air live. I want to say welcome to all my viewers across the world that are locked on to this another edition of a very special program right here from UPCTV. Want to say big up to all the fathers today, man. It's Father's Day. Father's Day. And want to say happy Father's Day to all the daddies. Or I should say in Jamaican language, all the daddy man. Big up daddy. Respect. So if you're a father out there and you're out in the world, man, you know how it is. It's not one of those best, what I call cherished days in the diaspora or in the world at large, because most people, they tend to be so, I need to have the right choice of words here because I don't want to offend anybody, but in all honesty, the type of love and appreciation that is given to fathers, I dare say, it is much to be desired. The same kind of love and appreciation, yes, that is given to the mother on a Mother's Day. I strongly believe that the father should also get equal love and, of course, appreciation for what he has brought to the table, for what he has been doing. And Today is no less a day, to be honest with you, that we want to acknowledge and appreciate all the fathers out there that have been, you know, laboring, doing their thing, making sure that they're doing their part as a father, making sure that everything that needs to be done as a daddy is actually being done. Now, not many persons, honestly, would want to um, give the full credit to a father today because of varying reasons, reasons beyond our control, reasons that are qualified or qualifiable reasons that one could definitely say, boy, yes, it would make sense that I don't even appreciate this man because he's been such a jerk, for a want of a more exclusive word that mostly used, commonly used out there in our society. But from a biblical point of view, God has given us a mandate to basically follow as it relates to how you should present yourself as a father to the King of Kings. First of all, we have to acknowledge him because he is the Lord of Lords. He's the Father of all fathers. And how can you acknowledge Father's Day without acknowledging the great God and Father of us all? Just to do a little footline comment here just before we get into our discussion this evening, and we're hoping that we can join a couple persons, a couple fathers that should be joining us. I'm not sure if they'll get a chance to come on in because you know how it is. It's Father's Day, and most fathers are being spoiled right now by maybe their spouse, maybe their children, and may not even have the opportunity to come on or live here. But if you're on here, I wanted to welcome you and, of course, ask you to definitely share the live while you're on this UPCTV broadcast right now as we're going live around the world. I also want to say big up to all your families, and whether or not you have children or not, because there are times, persons out there in the secular world, to be honest, they literally are men out there that are fathers, yes, but it's not their children. So I want to give kudos to those fathers out there that is still holding it down, regardless of the fact that you're not the biological father, but you are ensuring that, of course, things are still held in place. You're holding the integrity up front, and of course, making sure, without a doubt, that definitely you are doing your ground. You're holding your peace to ensure that good father prevails. All right, so I wanna just jump back into the slide just now that we actually was playing, so people can know exactly what we're doing. In case you're just joining us, I want to say welcome, and you're inside a very special Father's Day program right here on UPC TV. Paul Llewellyn bringing it to you exclusively right here this afternoon.
Join us this Sunday afternoon live on UPC TV for the Father's Day special. Join us this Sunday afternoon live on UPC TV for the Father's Day special. Join us this Sunday afternoon live on UPC TV for the Father's Day special. Join us this Sunday afternoon live on UPC TV for the Father's Day special. Join us this Sunday afternoon live on UPCTV for the Father's Day special.
Yes, sirree. So, like we told you earlier on, man, it's been such a pleasure you just joining us. I want to say welcome to those of you who are actually joining us here live, whether from your mobile phone or you're joining us live via the Facebook, or you're on Twitter, you're on iCloud, you're on TikTok, you're on the great YouTube live inside our television network. We want to say welcome to those of you who are locked on right now from wherever you are around the world. We want to say saluting, saluting without any question, man. Saluting all our daddies, man. Jeez. Daddy, 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 daddy. And today, of course, today is a very special day. Yes, I've had so many persons. I'll be very honest with you. These days are so lauded because it's interesting that people would come on your WhatsApp and they'll be sending you text and be like, oh wow, how are you today? It's your Father's Day. What have you done for the day? And all that good stuff. But I was in church. It was a beautiful service today in church, All Nations United Pentecostal Church, right here in Grand Cayman. It was beautiful, man. And in all honesty, I really enjoyed it. The service today was beautiful. And but more importantly, because most people are like, oh, so what are you gonna do? It's Father's Day. Where are you going? Where are you gonna hang out? What's gonna happen? Where are you gonna be? And I'm like, oh, listen, I'm going in a live at 5. So, if you want to join me, do that, man. Do that. I'm going to be alive on the TV station at 5. So today's topic, of course, and we're not sure because I'm very sure that we're not going to be all evening this evening. So those of you who are in a different state and your time zone is different from ours, you can still join the discussion even after we've ended the program, and you can send your sentiments and your greetings to your father around the world. And once I see the greetings coming in the comment section, all right, so if you're on our live right now, go towards the comment section and you can hit that button, type in your comments, and once the comments comes into us, we will put them on the screen and holla at your daddy. All right. Okay, where is my daddy? OMG. Yo, where you at, bro? Have you gone MIA? Missing in action? Where is my daddy? There's so many things that we want to talk about this afternoon because we want people to understand that, yes, it's Father's Day. And most traditional people would go above and beyond in making their daddies proud and making them happy. And of course, giving them that extra attention that they truly deserve on this your day, Father's Day. But outside of that, we want to look into the core details more so of not just being a father of many children. Oh, yes, you got guys out there who are literally incarcerated watching us right now, and they are in prison bars, and they can boast, man, I got 15 children, and I got 10 children, and all that good stuff. But we're not going to look at the amount of children you have. What we'll be focusing on is the value-added product that a father brings to the table. Now, not many people have that kind of resourcefulness or resourcefulness because some people will tell you straight up that I'm not able to reach to my daddy, and they will give you varying reasons. Maybe he might be like myself, overseas, and of course there'll be times when, because of distance, you're not able to make your trips as often as you want or your communication as often as you want. But hey, he is still your daddy. And of course, as a dad, regardless of whether you're with the child, in the presence of the child, your core responsibility is making sure that those children or that child is protected, loved, and cared for like no other father can. And that is our core responsibility. All right, so we're going to be saluting for sure all the dads, man. I wanna give them a real big up and a kudos because after all, man, it is just like a woman would tell you. It's not easy to be a mother. There's so many mothers out there that are fathers today, and I want to raise my hat to you. You've been doing the dirt. You've been doing the grind. You've been taking kids to school. You've been, I mean, like literally doing everything that a regular support of a father should be doing. You are both mother and father. And if there is a mother and father watching the show right now, I would love for you to send us a text in our comment section and let us know how you've been doing things, how things been going. And if you want to go on our live, of course, we have the live link that you can go on our live. I'll put that up in a second, that you can come in studio with us wherever you are around the world and share and be a part of this Father's Day discussion. For those of you who missed it, today's discussion, the topic is, where is my daddy? Can we just look at this real quick? Where is my daddy? Now, let's break it down first before we get even into where the dad is, because we have to analyze certain factors first before we actually get to that point where we start to asking, where is this man? Is he really alive? Is he somewhere out there that I have to go and Google to see if my DNA does match this man? It is serious, sir. When you are MIA in your family, as a father, as a daddy, it does not give a good picture. So let's analyze. A father, it is said, and I was doing some research. It's the very first time I've ever done this research. So, but you can go ahead and Google it and verify my facts on it. But I was told on my research that how Father's Day came about was actually when there was a group of mothers, yes, who were having a very big celebration for mothers. And in that, you had some guys who came along there at that celebration. And man, as usual, you know, for mothers, we go out, we get the flowers, we take them to a dinner, we take them to the movie, we possibly buy them a nice fancy car because they're mothers, man. You know, everybody wants to do so many things for their mom. But here in this group, in this particular time, was some men up in there too, you know, and they were talking so much about the women, and the men, they literally felt very uncomfortable because, I mean, like they were literally sidetracked. And, you know, one of the women said, come on, what's your input in all of what's going on here? And a man said in that same very meeting when they were celebrating the mothers, that it would be really nice, though, to appreciate men as well. And in that same meeting was where Father's Day was born. Officially, it was actually not necessarily a traditional day, but it was a time where all the fathers would have been recognized, and a society would have had it over the years, because at the time when it was very first celebrated, it was a holiday for all the men. Men were working so hard, and they're like, you know what? All men cease work, and we're going to call today Father's Day because we've been doing so much for the women. So we're going to now start to acknowledge the men and call it Father's Day. So this was back in the days, it was an actual general public holiday for men. Yes, it was such a big thing, man. And then society kind of adopted, and it went on and went on until it becomes an automatic day that is now being officially remembered and recognized around the world as Father's Day. And wow, how bad it would have been if we only were to have a Mother's Day and not have a Father's Day. We could debate that all night, because truth to be told, without the daddy, there would not have been a mommy. Hello. And that's hardcore facts right there. I mean, there are persons out there will debate that till the day they die. That yeah. There's always women and always, But no, remember, let's go back to the Bible. Creation story will tell you. Creation story will take to you and let you know that, of course, a woman was born from the rib of a man. Yes, the woman was born from the rib of a man. And of course, this is why, without any questions, women should really give men the respect and the honor that we really truly deserve. But hey, a woman will debate it. Do you really, sir, deserve the honor and the respect? And this can twist in 100 different ways, because guess what? You will hear treatment come from where treatment goes. So if you're not given the treatment, sir, I'm sorry. What you receive is what you get. Or what you gave is what you receive. And then there might be the critics that will say it's not necessarily true. Because there will be men out there giving their best, giving their all. And at the end of the day, you're still being sacrificed as the lamb that was slain. So brings us to our topic today. Where is my daddy? Now it's interesting, guys, because a lot of people around the world today are still crying the loss of a father who was murdered. There are people around the world right now who are still mourning today because their dad suddenly died because of ill health, cancer and prostate and all these things, and they died. There are persons right now that are children that are now grown adults that their daddy died in their early age, probably in childbirth, or their daddy, after they came out of their mother's womb, something tragically happened, and the daddy just disappeared. He died. They have the reality that the daddies are still alive, very actively A-OK, but they are MIA, missing in action. Nowhere to be found. The mother is doing everything. She's washing, she's cooking, she's cleaning for this child. She makes sure the child goes to school. She picks him up back from school. She is literally the mom and the dad in those children's life. And the man is nowhere to be found. Now, I'm going to stop here for a minute. I'm going to pause here for a minute because I want to talk to these guys that are like this, in this position, where you literally leave the woman to finance, do everything all on her own. I am speaking to you, sir. That's not game. That needs to stop. That needs to change. You need to do something about it. Yes. Now, a lot of people come down on me because this week I was doing some, internal interviews with a couple of my staff back at my office, and of course, on the streets I was talking to some persons as well, and they were like, "Yo, listen, I don't even want to hear about that man. We're talking about your father." And they were like, they were so, oh my God, they were so rebellious. There was so much tantrum with that energy, man. And I'm like, why though? I'm talking about your father. And they were like, I don't want to hear anything about that guy. And there is so much pain coming out of the hearts and the mouths of people talking about God. It's hard because when you have experienced a lot of pain and a lot of disrespect, this anger will still be pent up inside of you. And it's not an easy thing to forget either. Because most people will tell you that, hey, listen, irrespective of what I'm doing, I still need to have this respect and appreciation for my daddy. And I was literally tossed into the water because when I was talking to a group of people the other evening, and I said to them, man, I really think you should, call your dad up. They're like, no, what for? Why should I call up a man that has never, from I've been born, never stopped to say, son, I love you, or son, I appreciate you, or son, I'm glad that you are mine. Why should I even go after such a person like this that literally doesn't care whether I live or die? And this is the voice of a son or a daughter out there speaking today. She's saying, tell me, why should I even think about this guy? And he's not even care if I stand up tall or I sit below the waist-side, or he doesn't even care. And I'm saying, honestly speaking, daddy, if you're in that position, now a lot of times there could be circumstantial situation that can make one be in such a position. So let's not be quick to be judgmental and to put wire or fire at a person because they are in this actual position right now, and you feel that yes, it's really should be a case where I send him to the gallows because he's been such a bad guy. But have you stopped to think there are circumstantial situations that can compound one behavior to the things they say and the things they do? Me personally, and this is personally speaking, this is not from a document, this is not from Google, this is not from a doctor, this is not from my pastor, this is Paul Llewellyn speaking here. I can tell you there are circumstances that will trigger a male or a female from any side, mother or father, to determine their behavior towards their children. The Bible said, children, obey your parents in the Lord. Well, this is right. Honor thy mother and thy father, that your days may be long on the earth. So watch this. So the father gone MIA. Where are you, daddy? Today is a Father's Day. Are you being the good dad that you're supposed to be? Or can you be honest with me today and say, yes, Paul, I have been fallen short. There are areas that I definitely need to strengthen. I'm the first one to say, hey, of course, from my point of view personally, there are areas that I still need to strengthen with my children. And it takes a real man to come on alive and admit that fact. And I think all men should really be held accountable and not be sitting out there with that comfort zone that, hey, I'm a good daddy. Because what? Because you're always there with the kid that you think that you're a good daddy? It takes more than being always there to be a good dad. Because a lot of persons who are privileged to be with their kids right through day and night, and they're still not in touch with their children. Hello? And there are persons that are overseas, like myself and others. We are more in touch with our children than those that are right there living there. So it depends on the bond, like I just said, what the Bible said about children, honoring your father and your mother, so that the reciprocation of this behavior will then ultimately come back to you. Where is my daddy? Daddy is supposed to be at the home. And if you're not at home, Mr. Daddy, you should be a part of the fundamentals which a child is being raised. So whether you have absolutely no excuse, all you have absolutely no excuse. John, Tom, Harry, Matthew, Jonathan, you have no excuse as to why you should go missing in your child's life. Absolutely none. So today we talk about the fathers. And on my last show, when we were talking about the mothers, we had some slides. And of course, I'm going to be using these same slides because they are evidently true. They are evidently true. But for today's discussion that we really want to talk about is, where is my daddy? Are men and women equal? Come on, I need you to come on my live right now and talk to me. Are men and women equal? And then another one that we want to talk about, what do men, now ladies, this is for you. I want to say welcome to those of you who are on Facebook. I just see some persons coming on Facebook. Hi, holla. Happy Father's Day to you all. All right. It says, Dad, no, hold on, let's back that up. It says, what do men bring to the world? So that's a section for the ladies. Ladies, you can answer and comment on that one. What do men bring to the world? Is he just a sperm donor? Is he just a guy that you just want money from because he has kids for you? Hello? I need some answers on that one. And then, of course, the last one that we dropped there, it says, Dad, what is it? So the kids now, the children, are now asking this question of their dad. Sir, can you truthfully answer this question? What is it about me, your child, that makes you proud? Very, very pivoted and interesting question to be asked by a child to their father. Unfortunately, I want to give kudos to my dad. And I think I should take a moment of silence on that one. I was hoping that I would get to this part so quick, but I just keep talking about fathers, and honestly, I kid you not, I cannot help but talk about it because saluting all the fathers is a very beautiful thing. But I have to salute my dad. He's gone on before. Norman Llewellyn passed and gone. He died, I think it was like 2 years ago. So I wanna, oh boy. Every time I look at this, every time, uh, yeah, this is, oh boy. Oh, we're gonna take a break. Um, we have to take a break. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. We'll take a break.
Join us this Sunday afternoon live on UPCTV for the Father's Day special. Join us this Sunday afternoon live on UPCTV for the Father's Day special.
You know when you would really want to have your father around, and because of sickness or what have you, uh, they're not able to be with you, not able to be in your presence anymore, that you can talk about them, be where they are, or even call them and have a nice little chat, father to son, that kind of thing. And I was hoping that I would have been a lot more stronger on this one, but I apologize, guys. Yeah, it's still a tough thing. You know how it is when you're a grown man, but you still, would like to know that your father is still around, that, when you're going through stuff in life. And you need that person to call and encourage you along. But he's gone. He's gone. So yeah, he's gone. So salute to you, Daddy. Norman Llewellyn. May your soul rest in peace and life perpetual after. But we're talking about this topic here today. It's very important because most people don't understand the depth of what it feels like to be a father, to be a good father. A lot of people don't understand the depth of the birth, the reality of life that you as a man created. Meaning that picture in the background there, that was my second child, Kyle. Big man now, if I should say so myself. Let me see if I can find a picture of him here. Yeah, he's all grown up, man. And it's interesting Let me see if we can drop this in the background. Can it? Okay, yeah. That's them right there. As a matter of fact, let me do a better angle of that photo. Yeah. Ah, so those are my children right there. And but the one in the background I'm going to speak of more specifically is that when I was at the hospital when he was born, I didn't get a chance to go inside, to be honest. And up until this day, I'm still having a fight and a tuggle with that nurse that did not give me the opportunity to go inside because I wanted to witness the birth, you know, like any good father would. And I kid you not, I'm not the best dad in town. I have faults. I have shortcomings, like any regular human being would, and I'm still working on that. And but when I look at this photograph when I was doing the editing for the show, and I looked at it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great beyond compare. And oh, we wish, like all fathers, that our children will remain this small so we can really appreciate them and give them the full love. But when they change their core game and they all grown up and they start to get big and started to tell you things that you'll be like, blows your mind. You'll be like, oh my God, this is not for real. This is definitely not my child speaking to me in this tone. It then puts you into a different mode. I would dare say to any father out there that has your children, be the best you can be for your children at all times. It matters not the circumstance that you may be faced with as a parent or as a father. Ensure that you give them the love and the care that they deserve. I am going to go to a clip right now. We're already in 45 minutes of the show, and I'm going to run to a clip right now. This clip basically speaks of fatherhood and how important it is to acknowledge your father, regardless of the state or position he may find himself in. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to this very special clip that we have here for fathers on this Father's Day. Stay tuned. We'll be bringing you more right after this.
Join us this Sunday afternoon live on UPCTV for the Father's Day special. Join us this Sunday afternoon live on UPCTV for the Father's Day special.
This is slightly intimidating. Dad, what about me makes you proud?
Oh man.
Dad, what about me makes you proud?
Dad, what about me makes you proud?
Oh man.
Dad, what about me makes you proud?
And I have to answer that one?
Yes.
Just about everything that you do.
You're loving, you're funny. I could go on and on.
What makes me proud about you is you just being yourself.
I had trouble with alcohol. It was actually an intervention. Even with all the other people there, you were the real reason that I made the decision to go into the treatment center that I did. And thank you.
Thank you. You're helpful. Yeah, you forgot the funny part.
Your attention to hygiene.
Dad, I'm grateful to you for choosing to stay when I was little. Why am I crying?
At the time when I'm graduating and I'm packing up and leaving, then it's really gonna hit me. And
I think about a time when if you're not around, like that would be awful. But like you're the person that would always laugh.
Dad, I'm grateful because we didn't know how long you were going to be with us, so we're so happy that you're still here.
Dad, I'm proud of you for knowing that the most important thing was to just give your kids so much time.
I've always been impressed by you. You made it easy.
Thanks.
I miss having the chance to just check in with you. I miss your sketchbooks.
I love you. I love you too.
We don't say it enough.
Hey.
I love you, Dad.
It doesn't compute until they're gone. So tell them now.
Sort of weird standing so close to you.
Join us this Sunday afternoon live on UPCTV for the Father's Day special.
Extremely powerful, man. Extremely powerful. And for all the fathers out there today, this Father's Day, we want to wish you a very prosperous and a healthy Father's Day. And we do hope that as you join in our live right now and watching out there, you understand the importance of not just being there only when you're needed, but being there when you're not even needed. As a father, it comes with that responsibility, sir. It comes with that pain. It comes with that passion, all that beauty and glow that you had when the child was born needs to be throughout the entire lifespan of your children. So make sure that not just today, because you know you have some kids out there that are wayward. Things, the devil touches their mind and they literally shut their parents down. And I'm talking about both mother and father. And we also got to pray. I need to say this on my program, that we must pray, fathers, for our children. We must call their names to God in prayer, because it's important, especially in this kind of a society today when so many dangerous spirits and energies are alert, and people tend to literally forget that there is a God. People tend to forget that God is the real existence of their being. And then they started to treat people very unfairly and speak unfair stuff about them. So I dare say today is Father's Day. We want to make sure that all fathers get that opportunity to be the dad that you're supposed to be. Be the father that sets that role model in the eyes of your children. Now, men, I know there are times we become so macho, you know. And boy, you know, I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that. But there are times as a man, you have to hold the strain, sir. You have to make that example and set that precedent that your child will honor you till the day you die. There will be decisions, sir, that you will have to make that will not be in the interest of the child from their perspective. But as a man, you will have to stand up and set a precedent to let your children know that regardless of whatever happens in your life, you will always, and I can say this from the screen, of course, to my children, Brittany, Kyle, and of course, by extension, my adopted stepson, Khalil. They play a very pivotal role in my life. And from time to time, you will see me throw these shots on my screen because these two are my biological children. And I want to say kudos to them for, even though I'm overseas, and I'm saying this straight up, for coping with me, but not actually being physically there. It's not a good feeling today for me, I'll be honest with you, because there's so many things that's going on in my family right now. And yes, I come public with it. I'm telling you the truth. I am not going to sit here and act like I have a royal family. No. And you might be watching right now and might be experiencing the same difficulty and what we call separation and disconnect with your family as a father. I am saying to you, sir, today, and I'm encouraging myself as well, don't give up, my friend. Do what is right in the sight of God for your children, regardless of whatever circumstance that is being presented for you. We have some clips here that I definitely want to drop in before I close the broadcast. We're almost out of time. I did say we're going to go on 1 hour for solid 1 hour. If you wish to send your greetings as well, please, you can send it in the chat and we'll pull them up on the screen. We're about to close the program, but I want to drop this clip before I get out of here. This is what I used at the last presentation. Fathers are important because they do the following. They impact the child's success. They contribute to a healthy emotional development of the child. A father improves the child's general well-being, provided for them financially. Sir, you're not just a sperm donor. You are very important, father. Irrespective of how you may be treated by your children, irrespective of how you might be treated by the mother of the children, you are still their father, and you owe the responsibility to them to make sure that their well-being is secure. A father figure may not be your biologically related to a child or children, or the child or children they take care of. They may be a step parent, like I said earlier on. They may be an adopted child or children. May not be even legally responsible for them. But you're in that home, sir. It is your core responsibility to ensure that you raise them godly for whatever is ahead of them. And finally, I'm going to wrap up with this, because a lot of times men, as fathers, we tend to neglect our daughters. Wrong move. I'm going to drop this in. It says adolescents, girls, raised in a two-parent home with involved father are significantly less likely to be sexually active than girls who are raised without a father's involvement. Very, very peculiar. Sir, be involved in your daughter's life. It doesn't matter if she shut you down, she blocked you, stop talking to you. Brittany, I'm calling on you. Kyle, Khalil, support your father. Be the best you can for your father. And fathers, be the best you can for your children. The question is asked, do you feel loved and protected by your father growing up? Did your dad or is your dad affirming your beauty as a daughter or as a son to say, well, yes, son, you're going to be a handsome young man. I pray for your strength. I pray for your success. Ladies and gentlemen, the reality of the game is, if you are missing in action, Father, today, Father's Day, the voice of the children speaks. Daddy, where are you? This is not just a physical missing. It is talking about an emotional missing. And we here at UPCTV, Paul Llewellyn, and my team is encouraging every father. If you've been MIA for 10, 15 years, sir, roll back the curtain, flip it back, find back that mold, and go look for your children. Pick up the phone, sir. Call them up. Yes, it's Father's Day. You should be the one being treasured and lauded, and we're flipping the table today. I am saying, don't sit there, wait for them to call you. You call. Change the cycle that the devil has presented. And I guarantee you, sir, that regardless of the situation that you're faced with in this life, you will get a better solution if you put your children before God. Now, there are too many fathers out there. That's why a lot of them go MIA, because God is not in their plan. Sir, can you raise your hand as you're watching my live right now and said, yes, I prayed for my children this morning. I prayed for my children last night. Where is my daddy? When last have you called your children together in one place or via Zoom or via the WhatsApp video and said, children, I want to pray for you? I'm guilty of that fact. I'm not going to sit here and act as if I'm such a good dad and I'm ticking all the A's going down the line. I'm guilty. But here is where the challenge comes in. When I can acknowledge it and then make amends and make ways and means to rectify it. If you're on the live right now and you want to send a greetings to your friends or your family and of course to your daddy today, go right into our comment section and click that information right there, and you can type in, big up your daddy, call his name, type his name right there, wherever he's at in the world, so you can put the location. Say, I am bigging up Paul from Grand Cayman, he's my daddy, that kind of thing. And we will definitely put it on. The Spirit of the Lord is saying I should go 30 more minutes. Oh my God. I wasn't planning on doing that, Anyways, I'm going to have to follow the Spirit. So it seems like some persons are just joining the live, and some persons are around the world. Their time difference is different, so I will have to give them the extra time. All right, so let's talk a little bit more. So we're looking into these fundamentals, and there are things that really is affecting men, that men are too afraid to talk about. So you be sitting there in your pumps and your pride as a mother or as a child, and you sit down and you criticize and you characterize and you categorize your father because you are not in his position. There are fathers that are watching me right now that are going through turmoil. Fathers are online right now watching, and they're going through the worst of their life. And not a single child will pick the phone up and say, Daddy, how are you doing today? When last, as a child, I'm coming at you, children. Don't think you're escaping this one. When last have you called your father and said, Dad, how are you today? The society has gone so cold, where everyone is feeling entitled. Nobody wants to give, but they want to receive. I don't want to sound like I'm preaching here. Let me bring it down. Let me just tone it down a little bit. And if you're just joining us, you're inside a very special feature on UPCTV. This is definitely Father's Day, man. There's so much pain out there for fathers. And I'm speaking from my personal perspective. There are fathers out there that are not willing to share their pain. They won't talk about it, but you're dying. And you're like, why haven't you talked? But it's the stupid stereotype that men are not supposed to talk about their pain. And I think that is our biggest mistake with a lot of fathers. And this is why a lot of fathers are MIA. They're gone missing from their children. Because watch, let's look at some real facts here, guys. Real facts. Fathers, or men, I should say, let me go general then. Men, most men are not willing to speak about their problems. And that is a general situation around the world. And if you're a real man, you would agree with me and say, true, Paul, true, true, true. You know why? We feel that we're so macho as a man that we ain't supposed to cry. I had to break my life just now because I look back at my dad's picture and I remember, you know, he was with us and now he's gone. He's gone on before and all that just came down and I could not be on the live, crying my face off, So I had to take a break. But this is what I'm talking about. Real, genuine men cry. Real, genuine men talk about their problems and not just talk, but go seek help. And this is what's lacking in our society today. Why most men are MIA, why most men have been victims of this very question, where is my daddy? It's okay. What, you lost your job? What, you don't want your children to know? They're the best person to tell. You don't have enough money to send for them? They are your best people to talk to. Don't go MIA because you don't have the money. Don't go MIA because you can't provide like how you want to provide. And then you disappear. Sir, that's a wrong move. So you're watching and you'll be like, oh my God, this guy is really talking to me. Go back home. Brush yourself off. Start over. And never, remember I say this, never forget to pray, pray, pray for your children. Now, this is another thing that I wanted to talk about before, because I said I was going to close at I was looking at the time, and I realized I'm really running out of time. But I was, being encouraged by God to go a little bit longer with the show. Fathers go missing for a lot of varied reasons. Can I look at some of them? There are good fathers out there. When I said good fathers, I mean good fathers. They might not be rich. They might not have the best of jobs. They might not look as cute as some of you all are. But they have good, godly intention for their family and for their children. But guess what? The environment that comes to that father, either from the mother or from the children, makes this man into a wall. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Have you ever thought of it that your actions and your behavior towards your daddy made him gone cold? Uh-oh. Oh, yes. He's human too. The same love and affection you want to be bestowed upon you as a child, your father is expecting that same kind of attitude. And yes, he should be within that position to understand and dissect. But for how long? The only time you call your daddy is when you're in need. Ouch. Wow. Let me hope I'm not stepping on any toes. The only time you pick the phone up and call your daddy is when you're out of cash. Where is my daddy? The only time you remember to call your father is when you're in trouble. Is that okay? Does that make you a good child? And of course, as human beings, we will act accordingly. There are some men that when you do that, they just disappear. And there are other men that are a little bit more mature because they've been through counseling, they've been talking to people, and they have understand that beyond the dark clouds there is silver line. They will still push through all that stupid energy and still reach out. But for how long though? Which is why you have the question, where is your daddy? Is there? He's always there. But have you maintained that dialogue, child, young man, young woman watching? Have you maintained that relationship, that same reciprocating relationship that you want from your dad? Have you been sending back that same signal from your end? Yes, he's gone. You haven't heard from him. Have you stopped to think why? Have you ever sent him a text to say, Dad, I haven't heard from you for how many months? Dad, are you okay? The man might be going through the worst season of his, and I'm not taking up for any father on this program. Let me be very clear with that. Because, sir, if you're out there and you're worthless and you're not, I'm going real Jamaica now, and you're not taking care of your picnic, you is a disgrace to man's race. I'm not afraid to slice the cake when it needs to be sliced. I'm not talking about you, because you in a category all by yourself. They should have a place for people like honor. Yes? So you have 15 children, and from the barn, you never even buy them a shoes. You're a disgrace. I'm not talking about you, because you're in a different category right now. I'm not even ready to talk about people like you. Because if you are a father watching my live right now and you've never done anything for your children and they're 18, 20, and you never even walked across and said, hey, daughter, I love you, I'm your father, you're a disgrace. And only God can help people like you. I've heard of cases where kids just meeting their father at age 45. How in God's name is that possible? We talk about being MIA. How can you be out of your child's life for 45 years, sir? The first time that child ever laid eyes on you was when he was 45? And you're not living under a rock? Where is my daddy? Well, sir, if you're living under a rock, you need to get out of there. You need to get out from under your rock. You need to get out from under your rock. It's important that people embrace fathers. Mothers, I call on you today. And I'm not talking about the mother of the father now. I'm talking about the mother that is the mother of the father's children. I'm coming at you now. You, ma'am, on your high horse of Isle of Patmos, need to come on down. There is way too much burden that is being placed on a father that some of you just sit like a person without care and expect that man to do everything. I dare say you is just as worthless as the father who has not seen his child for 45 years. These are the days when men and women have to exist in this life. And if you don't tell your children this, you have to make sure that they understand this, and this is the real talk. Gone were the days when the man was the only breadwinner, and he's the only one who had to go out there and hustle, be on the grind. Those days are long gone, ma'am. You need to get up off your lazy sit-up-on. Stop watching your Mills and Boons every day. And this man goes out there and work like a horse, and you just look pretty and sit at home doing absolutely nothing. Those days are over. And after a while, which is why a lot of men, and I'm speaking for the majority of men who is going through stuff, that are not afraid or afraid to talk about these things. There are times when he gets really tired, exhausted. And there is nothing more strenuous like mental strain. When your brain is overwhelmed as a man, I don't know about women because I'm not a woman. I don't know how a woman thinks. But I can tell you, for me personally, when I'm overloaded in here, you can't get nothing done with me. Mental strain is more pressuring than physical strain, and especially from a man's perspective. I was hoping to get some fathers, and I'm looking to see if I've had any response from any of them as yet, and I haven't seen anybody come on just yet. But if they're not going to come on, that's fine as well, because we'll be ending soon. But I am just saying that you have to understand that together in this unit of making a real father, it takes that full comprehensive team of mother, children, and father to make a real father, active and functional. Do not think for a second that the man or the father can do it on his own. And this is just as same as with the woman. Sir, do not think for a second that the mother can do it on her own. You both including the children. You all have to come together and make this unit viable under God. We're going to be closing because I'm going to take it out right here at 20 minutes, 18 minutes right now after the hour. And I just dropped this on the screen earlier on, and it's after 5 in the evening, 6 o'clock actually, in the evening. Some countries it's probably after 7. Some countries it's probably daylight that you're watching us right now on Facebook, on YouTube. Spoil yourself, sir. It's your day. And if you haven't done it yet, find a day in this week that you can spoil yourself. For too long, people on this earth been sitting down waiting for people to do stuff for them. I have taken that position where I stop waiting on people to give me clamor. I stop sitting down waiting on people to appreciate me. Them days are done. I am appreciating me. I am taking care of me. I am making me happy. And sir, as a father, I think if you try to change that role, you will then start to find yourself and go back to your children. But you're sitting there waiting on the love from your children or waiting for the love from the mother. You will never, sir. You will never get that. Start loving yourself, treating yourself right, treating yourself good, and you will see the difference coming out of that. Because listen, when you lead, people will have to follow. But if you sit behind waiting for people to push you forward, you're going to sit there and die. Where is my daddy? You don't have to run away, sir. I know your responsibility might be grave, and you might be watching me right now from your cell in an incarcerated prison, and you'll be like, Paul, you would not understand. I'm going through the worst. It was my children that made me go to jail. Lock my freedom. Sir, you still have an opportunity to make it right. There are things in this world that we cannot do on our own. There are things in this life that we would want to change, and we're not able to change it. There are things in this life that we wish we had the opportunity to make certain energy go away. But the thing is, if your approach is in the wrong direction, if your approach does not give glory and honor to God, at the end of the day, sir, at the end of the day, ma'am, regardless of who gives you the support that you're looking for, if it is not censored with God in the midst, this is where a lot of fathers fail, because they refuse to put God in the mix with their children. Am I being the good example for my children as a father? Am I making the right moves in the eyes of my children? Am I just being the guy that will show up when I wanna, do what I wanna, or I am going to push as hard as I can to ensure that as a father, I leave that indelible impression in the heart and minds of my children?
Join us this Sunday afternoon live on UPCTV for the Father's Day special.
Take hold of everything that you have this day, Father, and ensure that you're genuine about your action. Now watch this. As a father, your decisions may not always be liked either by the mother of your children or by your children. But make sure, whatever decision you make, sir, it will be at the end of the day in the best interest of your children. Now, like I said, it may never be in the appreciation of the children, the way in which you're handling things or you're doing things. But at the end of the day, never neglect your responsibility as a father. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you so much for being on our show. Those of you are locked in by Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Those of you on our television network here on YouTube, All Nations United Pentecostal Church television. We want to thank you for sitting in with us again for another live broadcast. Again, let me salute all the fathers today on this Father's Day. It was our sure pleasure sitting in studio again. My name is Paul Llewellyn. Of course, I am super popular on this network because I have invested my time, my effort to be on television. I also welcome your support via subscription. You're watching us, you're enjoying the programming. We welcome you to subscribe. Click on that subscribe button and build our channel. If you see that we're doing programs that you're enjoying or you're liking, please drop us a text in our inbox. Yes, we would love to hear from you. You know, if there's a very special information that you want to pass on to us, you want to do prayer requests, you can. There's a link on the screen right now. You can go on there, and when you go on our YouTube channel, you can scroll down. There are some options at the top there where you can go and you can fill that form out, and you can let us know whatever request you have, whether it's a prayer request for being baptized or being saved. I see another, God bless you. God bless you. Who is this? Lati saying hi, my son. Lati, God bless you. Would you want to send a big up to your family out there? If you want to do so, just let me know and text it in that link there and put it up to let me know the name of your father and where your father is so we can put it on the screen. God bless you. That's Lati. Lati saying hi, my son. All right, Lati bigging up his son. I'm not sure wherever your son is, Mr. Lati. I hope he's watching on our channel here. So I'm not sure exactly where Lati is, but it'll be good for us to get that kind of dialogue. If you're sending the greetings, we would love you could just let us know. So this is Lati from America, And of course, I'm bringing up my son Paul in Jamaica. Yes, that kind of thing. Or vice versa. This is Paul, your son from Cayman, bigging up my daddy in New York, Jonathan. You know what I mean? So if you do that, we will love that. But big up yourself, Lati. I see the link there. God bless you. Thank you for joining us on the live. I also want to say that it matters not what you're going through, ladies and gentlemen, especially our fathers. Okay, there you go. So he just dropped me that. It's your, okay, God bless you. So it's your niece, Sutania, but grandma said to say hello. Oh, oh, Sutania, you're watching the live. Oh, and my mom is watching as well. Oh, that's back in Jamaica. All right, so holla at your mom. All right. So this is Sutania over there. That's my sister's daughter over there in Cox Street, St. Mary, Jamaica. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in to the live, of course. And yes, Mom, Sister Pansy Veronica Llewellyn over there in St. Mary, Jamaica. I am sure she must be proud of me being her son, and of course doing the good things, man. Pray my strength, Mom, and thank you for tuning in. Alrighty. So bless up yourself there, Sutania. All right, Sutania and Susan. All right, Susan, I'm sure you're somewhere in the background there. Also, let me send a shout out to the rest of my family. Of course, Father Andrew Llewellyn. Yes, sir. All right, Mr. Black Eagle. All right, big up to Earl as well. Earl Llewellyn, that's my other brother. Yes, over there in Jamaica. Want to say congratulations and happy Father's Day to you all. And of course, to all the fathers around the world. If I go start calling names, there's going to be trouble, right? So I'm not going to be calling any names, because if I start calling names, then people are going to be telling me stuff, but I didn't call their name. So all fathers, so please accept happy Father's Day to all fathers out there that's watching. And every time I decide to cut the live, there's other things coming up that I should talk about. All right, so if you're on the live and you're watching and you want to send your greetings, of course, to your father, please type it in the comment section, and we'll be too delighted to share your Father's Day big up. All right, so we have just one last thing to do here before we get out of here. I also want to thank all of you for your reception on Facebook. We've been getting a lot of feedback from Facebook on our posts that we've been putting on Facebook. I want to God bless you. Send a big God bless you to all our Facebook clans that's been locked on over there. God bless you. God bless you. I would, though, that all of you Facebook people would click on my subscription. My God, I did a post the other day, and I had over some 5,000 views on it. You imagine if all those 5,000 persons would just click on our YouTube channel and subscribe? You don't have to sit there, you know. We just need a subscription. So like and share, and make sure you go over there, over on our YouTube channel, All Nations UPCTV Network Grand Cayman. It's easy. Just type it up, man, and send us some love over there. All right? So imagine if you have a family of 10, and every person in your family go over there and subscribe to our network. It is so easy. This is all you got to do. Type in All Nations UPC TV Network Grand Cayman. Go on YouTube and you click on the subscribe button. And once you do that, tell every family member you know. And let this thing blow up, man. All right. We also want to send another shout out. We're coming down. Another shout out for persons out there who have gospel music videos, because we're doing a new feature coming up soon. We're in the production now where we're going to be inviting persons, not just in Grand Cayman, but wherever you are around the world, that you want to showcase your gospel music video. So let's say you're a gospel artist out there, but you need a platform to showcase your music videos. Please drop us a line in our inbox. Yes, and if you want to advertise or if you want to sponsor one of our live programs like one of these that we're going live, please inbox us at allnationupctv Cayman at gmail.com. All right. And of course, we'll be too delighted to showcase your business. Of course, you know it's a gospel station. So the secular type of promotions and advertisement, we will not honor. So if you're having a dance or a party or stuff like that, no way, Jose. We will not be producing those. But if you're having a gospel concert in your country or in your community, it doesn't have to be in Cayman. As you notice on our Facebook page, we feature people's events from around the world once it's gospel. So if you have an event, a convention coming up, a youth service coming up, or a rally, or any of those gospel promoted stuff coming up, and you want us to reproduce it on our network, drop us a line in our inbox. You can produce it yourself, send us in a 4K video format, because that's the format we're using on our network. It has to be 4K. All right. For those of you who are video savvy, you will know the meaning of 4K. All right. Because the quality is extremely important to us. So if you do not have the proper quality, unfortunately, we will not be able to reproduce it to put it on our network. So the quality has to be 4K or more. Yes. For your videos, for sponsorship or advertising. One more thing that came up on my list that we need to talk about. So when we're doing lives, like right now, we're live on Facebook. We're also live on YouTube. So if you see us going out on our live and you're not able to catch us on YouTube, we're also live on Facebook. So if you go on Facebook right now and click on the channel, you on the link, you will see us live over there as well. So most persons are like, oh my God, I missed it on YouTube, but you have Facebook, or vice versa. If you're on Facebook and you missed it on Facebook, you can always go on our live on YouTube, and we'll be too delighted to have you in our corner. So we're wrapping up and we're getting out of here real quick. We still have a Friday night live show with your host again, DJ Paul. So of course, you want to join us on any second Friday night when we go live with music videos, and of course, music. We play songs, of course, old time gospel songs that you would want to be a part of. The final word in this Father's Day segment, and we did flip this one on Mother's Day, and I feel empowered to get out of here with this last thought. Here we go. Are you a father that feel overrun by the child's mother, as if you both are in competition for the child's love and affection? Can I say that again? Are you a father that feels overrun by the child's mother, as if you both are in competition? So let me break that down for you in layman terms. It's like, okay, you as a father bought, like let me use my son's example. Do I have that picture here? I'm not sure. 1 second. Let me see if I can find that photo. But let's say you buy your son a nice bike. Let me see if I can find that photo. I want to show you something here. But you bought the bike. Watch this. So you bought the bike. Say hello to Daddy. Yeah, that's me in the background right there. Just trying to make a cute picture for a Father's Day. Not bad, right? Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you a photograph right now that I'm talking about. And then just for speaking argument's sake, you might be the mother that bought your child something really nice, maybe a Nintendo game, or you bought them something nice, a nice educational program or a book. But there comes the daddy out of nowhere. He went and he bought a big four-wheeler. So you were like in this competition, man. And if she buy him a laptop, you go and buy an iPhone. And you keep doing these things. Are you in that position, Father, that you feel like you've been in a competition with your children? Like the things that you try to get them that maybe the mother tried to do 3 times as much. Sir, all I can say to you, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. You cannot feel overrun. Just do your thing. All right? Do your thing. It matters not who you think you are or who you think might be running you over in the responsibilities. Trying to make them look better because they're always there and they're always doing this, they're always doing that. Sir, keep your composure. Keep on doing what is right. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you will not be able to catch up with anyone. Why though? Why would you want to catch up with people? Why would you want to catch up with people, really? You don't want to do that. You don't want to be in a competition as a parent. No way. So the thing is, what you bring to the table is what you bring to the table. And who want to think that you're in competition with what you do because maybe you might have a little more buck than the mother, or maybe the mother might have a little bit more money than you? It matters not. Just make sure your intentions, sir, are good. Because at the end of the day, remember, the child is watching all of this and it will play itself out. And the day will come, sir or ma'am, when you cannot fulfill an obligation. Then what? Then what? So be careful of what you do in the eyes of your children, Father, because they are watching you as their role model. We're going to take it out of here now, and the final one that I'm going to run, this one says, when you think about your own father, which of these characteristics or which of these qualities did he do well? And I'm going to drop them in here. Check this out. It says, oh, that's not the one I wanted. Which one of the characteristics that he does well? Because there are so many things that a father does in a relationship towards his or her children. There are some things that some fathers would never want to do. Some fathers are scared because of society to hug their children in public. Some parents or some mothers feel offended when their father hugs their daughter. Hello? This is real talk. And as a man, he will not make any talk. He will not make any moves. He will just they call it disenfranchised, himself literally dislocate, separate himself from the children because he's expressing his love. Now, there are some men out there, to be honest, and you have to be careful with this. There are some men out there that are petty fires. Some men out there, your father, but you're a petty fire, sir. I condemn your nasty behavior. I saw a script the other day that said, my daughter is 13, but my dad refused to have me bathe myself. Sir, a 13-year-old child, I'm sorry. She is able to bathe herself. Yes, please. I don't know what you're thinking, but at the age of 13, a father honestly should not be bathing his daughter. I'm sorry, I'm just saying. That's me personally. I would not want to bathe my daughter at age 13. So I'm speaking to you petty fires out there. You have definitely gone MIA. You know why? Because of your nasty behavior, sir. How dare you touch your daughter in an inappropriate way and still expect to get the respect from your children? Today is Father's Day, and I'm telling you, you need to quit and back up, brother. Game over. You should be ashamed of yourself. Because it's one thing to talk about the good things that the father has done, and he's working hard, and he's putting much food on the table, and he's making sure you have good roof over your head. But you got some fathers out there that are the worst in the world. And I say that without any apology. And you're watching, and you know it's you, and you need to change in Jesus' name. Worse. Because most people idolize a bad father for not, paying attention in terms of giving money to the mother for the care of the child. Most of the times, these are some of the basic things that most people come out on and they talk a lot about because, the mother not getting enough money to take care of the child, and the mother have to be doing it on her own, blah, 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 blah. That is not the only bad thing that a man can do as a father towards his children. There are some men right now watching, and you probably might turn off the channel right now. You are making moves to have intercourse with your own child. Where is my daddy? How could you do that, sir? And there are fathers out there doing it and are very comfortable doing it. I am calling it damn today. If you're involved in a nasty practice like that, sir, as a father, having intercourse with your own daughter, you are to be. I'm on a live, I can't see. So we talk so much things about, the man that is a bad guy. So one, he's not taking care of his children. He doesn't come to see them anymore. He doesn't care if they're alive or dead. But I always look at the contrast. Because the kid might say, listen, I don't want to have nothing to do with my daddy. Have you ever stopped to think, what made this man go so dark? There are things that men will go through, and never speak about it. There needs to be that dual communication from child to parent, from parent to child. Too often we ready and quickly, and society quickly ready to take the axe and put it on the neck of a father because he's gone MIA. And never once have society tried to figure out what is the fundamental, what is the cause, why this guy, what is some of the attributes and the things that is causing or have caused this person to literally close his back on his own child. There are fathers out there being fathers and they don't even know if the child or children is theirs. Oh my God. I said I was going to close the live and there's so many things that's coming in my spirit now. Raising children for years. The mother knows they do not belong to the father. And the father, he knows, but because he's been such a good man, he's still holding the rein. But here comes a time he just snaps. And like, you know what? I ain't doing this no more. 6 children, and not one of them is his. Where is my daddy? 6 children. And when you go to do, I've heard of a case where this person live in the States. I'm sure you must have heard of it. And when the man loved these kids, I think it was 6 children, he loved them so much. He'd been raising them from they were children and babies, just like you see my baby there on the screen. And the time came when he filed for these kids, the preparation rather, to file for the kids, for them to join him in the States. And would you believe when the petition went through for the filing, all 6 children were not his. Oh my God. And by this time, these children were already grown. They were not kids anymore. I think the youngest one at the time was about 17 years old. And now to file for them to come to the States, he just found out 6 children. He just found out that these 6 children, not one of them belonged to him. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm on this live right here on YouTube, UPCTV, and I'm telling you, mother, if you're out there and you're doing this to a man, you're wicked. How dare you have children for another man, and then that man that is so loving and gentle and caring, you let the man don't even know. You are dangerous. So I say this to all women out there. You might be lucky with a guy that is really nice. I think it's only truthful today on Father's Day that you affirm the reality of the existence of his children are his. There are men out there, they have gone missing because they've found out the reality that the children that they've been raising and taking care of for years is not theirs. So the question is asked, where is my daddy? He ran because the kids are not his. And there are women out there that are cruel. They're heartless. How dare you do something like that? Father's Day, man. Step up. Tell him the truth. Let him know, guy, these kids are not yours, you know. But I really appreciate the fact of how you treating them and you taking care of them. But not one of these 5 children are yours. It's his decision to stay or leave. Let me give you the end of that story with the guy that was doing the filing for the 6 kids. He was a real, genuine father, man. It took a real man to do what he did. The guy still went ahead. He had to do a different thing now. He had to go back to the state and file for adoption for all 6 of them. What an end of a story. Because he was like, what do I do now? I mean, I've been raising these children all my life. 17-year-old is the youngest. And I'm ready now to take them to the States with me to only find out that all of these children are not mine. The good father, and not many of them are out there. The good father, he decided, he said, you know what? I don't care. I don't even want to know who their real daddy is, because I am their daddy. I am going to file for adoption. And the state, based on his situation and his financial status in the United States, granted him full custody of adoption for all 6 children. And they're now living happily in the States. Now, your story might be different. You might not find a guy that God has been touching and touched so strongly. So I am saying, if you're watching, woman, and you know that child is not yours, not the father's, don't do it. Don't do it. I would appreciate if you let him know right now, tonight, before you go to bed. Let him know what time it is. You're asking, where is your daddy? The kid is asking, where is my daddy? You cannot respond. Because what? You know the guilt that lies in your head. That the daddy you told him is his daddy is not his daddy. Oh, Jesus. This is serious. And on this final note, we're going to say to all fathers, it takes more than just a physical strength to raise, nurture, love, and care for your children. It takes more than a financial status or stability to care, love, and nurture your children. As of this day, sir, you need to put God back in the picture. Pray over your children. Pray over your children's success. Pray over your children's health and wealth. And even if they've been disconnected from you by whatever means, I don't care if you've been separated with the mother and she's gone haywire and you on another side, still keep the connection link going with your children. The Bible said children are an heritage unto God. Treat your children right. And even if, level this now, we're locking it down. Even if your children choose to treat you unjustly, the good God of above will give them their reward in due season. You don't have to do a thing. Keep being the good father. Keep doing the right thing. I kid you not. I'm going through a lot with my kids right now. I'm not afraid to talk about it on here. My entire family is in a pitfall. I'm not afraid to talk about it. I'll put it right there, from the mother right down. I'm literally, my whole family is broken. It's torn. I know what happened. The devil walked right into my home, destroyed my family. But I am determined that, not that I want to reconstruct what is already gone. What I want to do, and I'm saying this publicly, is to ensure that I be the example for my children as long as I live. What is done is done. I ain't trying to undo what is done. No way. You choose to go, that's your business. You handle that on your own. The kids choose to operate and behave in a dysfunctional manner, that's their choice. From my perspective as a father, and I would to God other fathers will emulate this principle, I will still be the support of the father as long as I live. To all of my children, near and afar. I don't necessarily have to be at their footsteps, because a lot of people believe that you can only be the best father if you're right beside your children. That's a lie. And I'm going to slam that again. I said that's a lie. You can be the greatest dad. It doesn't mean that you're going to stay away 10 years from your children. That's nonsense. So if you think you're a father out there and you want to stay 10 years before you see your children or your children see you, you're a crazy person. You could be sending $1 million every week. I don't care. 10 years away from your children is unacceptable, sir. Matter of fact, 1 year is worse. And I try my best based on my job situation here in the Caymans. I kind of, fly out as I wanna, but if and when I can, I will make that opportunity. And when I go, I have to be with my children. Priority number one. This Father's Day. If you haven't done it before, sir, spoil yourself. We're closing, and I remind you, if you want to send your text to big up your daddy, send it right here on our network. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire production crew right here, from Georgetown, Grand Cayman, UPC Television Network here in the Cayman Islands, all well and saying thank you for joining us for another edition live on UPCTV. Today's topic was, where is my daddy? It was our pleasure sharing with you. God bless you. And again, thank you all for joining us right here on our live. Until another broadcast, until Jesus comes, God bless you. Peace out. We're out of here. God bless you. We done. We love you. Take care.